I think this is it for today. I tried to paint the lantern in the back. I am gonna cover over the yellow at the top. I was gonna do it like a neutral background, and I'm not neutral, but like a yellow background. But then I decided it didn't make sense since the cat's sitting on the pillow by the windowsill. I decided to just go ahead and paint the windowsill and then the windows in the back, although I do have to even out the bottoms of the windows and the sashes, and then probably cover up the yellow in the back as well. And little Lorenzo I painted his tongue. It still is kind of a mess, but it's better than when I first started, so I'm pretty happy so far. All right, so now I'm starting to define the shading of the painting a little bit more on the kittens. Just trying to map out where the highlights are, where the lowlights are, and just intensify that a little bit more since I have kind of already have a template here of where the dark and the light are. And so I'm just going to go over those areas and just intensify it more, make it come to life, kind of like how I did in this area. It looks a little bit more like fur as opposed to this area, which doesn't look as realistic. I never go for full realism. I always go for kind of pseudo realism, and just so you get the essence of that subject matter without having to be so detailed and so meticulous. So I like to have a looser style with the realism. If you can have that, I don't know. Like, some people are just hyper realistic and with their art, and I am not hyper realistic. I am semi realistic, and so yeah, I'm pretty happy with how this side is looking so far. And then like this little leg here I gotta do, and then the rest of this part. And so I'm gonna do the body and then I'll come back because I have to really concentrate on this. I need to be able to look at the reference when I do it. So let me do that and then I'll be back. All right, so it's the end of day 2 of painting this painting. I got most of the shading the way I want it. I mean, as far as just foundation shading. And then I'm going to go back in and do all the detail work, which of course that takes forever. But I'll try to show you some of what I'm doing. And then I got to work on the background because the background is looking pretty generic and boring and just, yeah, I don't like it. So on to day 3. I worked on the background a little bit more. The 2 kittens are on this pillow. Oh, it's actually a couple of pillows right next to each other, and then a couple underneath them, and then there's another pillow off to the side too. So the pillows in back of them have this pattern on it, just kind of chevron pattern, which I'm pretty happy with how it came out. I do have to kind of show where like the fabric is creasing, you know, that indentation that, you know, their weight is causing the pillow to kind of crease a little bit. So I will do that, but that'll be a later detail. Right now, and yeah, and I did do a little bit more with the little candle lantern thing here, and then the wood ledge in the back, windowsill in the back. But right now I'm going to be working on their faces a little bit more, especially my Jeremy's face here. I did a little bit with Enzo yesterday, but I want to do more with Jeremy today. Make him look less like a masked bandit here. So let me get to doing that. So today I worked on mostly Lorenzo, my kitty. I worked on his face mostly, around his eyes and his face, his chin, all that, his tongue sticking out there. And a little bit of Jeremy's arm down here. Yeah. I think it's coming along. It's just taking a little bit longer than I expected. I fixed the pillow too because like the angle was weird. It was like here and then it went down like that, which, yeah, I wanted to go down, but I don't want to go down so radically, like a huge incline. I'm gonna have to fix this section here. It's not quite curved the way I want it, so I'm gonna fix that. I only have like maybe an hour more of sunlight. I do have this lamp up here, and it helps, but I think I like painting in the sunlight or in the daylight. Just feels good to me. Anyway, this is the painting so far. I will try to give you more like time-lapsed painting. It's just hard when I have to do, this is my only camera, so when I have to do details like the eyes and the face and things like that, I need to use the picture, which is on camera, on my camera. So anyway, see you in a little bit. this is what she looks like. The light is kind of going away, but I'm pretty happy with how everything turned out. Again, I might make some tweaks later, but for the most part, I'm pretty happy with everything. All the textures, and even like this pillow with the texture there, and just pretty happy. Turned out pretty cool. On to the next. Thanks for watching.